Have you ever crafted a LinkedIn message, hoping to learn more about the position or get referred, only to be met with silence? I know it could be incredibly frustrating. Happened to me many times when I was looking for a job. My name is Itai, and this is Itai on Software. I have more than 20 years of experience in the software industry, and in this session I'm going to talk about 8 reasons why people may be ignoring your LinkedIn messages and what can be done about it. And with that, let's start. The first thing to know is just because somebody does not return your message, that does not mean that you're being ignored. That person might be forwarding your LinkedIn message into the hiring managers who are now currently looking at your profile. So how can you know? LinkedIn has an option to pay for premium. Then you will be able to see people who are looking at your LinkedIn profile. So if, for example, you sent a message to maybe Microsoft, and now you see suddenly people from Microsoft hiring managers looking at your resume, that could be a good indication that you're not being ignored and actually your resume is being forwarded behind the scene. The second reason people might not be returning your LinkedIn messages is that you just reached out to the wrong person. Remember, in many cases, LinkedIn profiles are incomplete or potentially are out of date. Maybe the person has moved the role. Maybe they don't even work in that company. So they're not really able to help you. So you basically reached out to the wrong person. Now, what should you do? Well, if you want to work in a specific company, you should reach out to more than one person. If one person did not reply, maybe they're not in a position to help you. Maybe they're not the right person. And you should try other people that work in this company. The third reason that people might be ignoring your message is because they are confused about what you're asking them. Do you want to learn more about a position? Do you want to meet for coffee and talk about career? Do you want to apply? Sometimes I get messages and it's unclear to me what this person actually wants. Make sure that your messages are very clear. If you want a referral, ask for a referral. If you want more information about the position, ask it. If you want to learn who is the hiring manager, ask that too. Make sure that your request is very clear in the LinkedIn message, which by the way should also be concise. The fourth reason you're not getting a reply is not because you were ignored, it's because you were rejected. Now, somebody might have looked into your message or potentially looked into your profile and decided this is not the right person for the position and they're not going to forward your resume. So what can you do? Make sure that when you're asking somebody to refer you to a position, you have read the position and in your short and concise message, it's clear why you would be the right person. Also, make sure that your LinkedIn profile correctly reflects the fact that you are a good candidate for the position that you're applying to, in case somebody is checking. The fifth reason your LinkedIn message might be ignored is because that person is not in a helpful mood. Now, remember, when you're reaching out to a person, you don't know which situation you got them. Maybe they are frustrated from their work. Maybe they're busy, or maybe they're just not helpful in general. If you reached out to a person like that, then they might not be inclined to reply to your message. So what to do? Try other people. Some people would be more inclined to help you, or some people might like their company more, so they will be happy to refer you. Reason number 6 that your message might be ignored is because you're asking for too much. I can tell you that when people reach out to me and say, here's the position, can you refer me? And they're former students, I usually do that. If somebody that I don't know reach out to me and say, hey, let's have a conversation for 1 hour about just product management, I just don't have time for that. I'm busy. Other people that you reach out to are busy as well. So make sure that when you're asking someone something through a LinkedIn message, especially if you don't know them well, it's something that does not require a lot of their time. It does not require a lot of their time to read your message, understand what you want, and complete what you ask them to do. Reason number 7 that people do not reply to you are technical issues. If you send somebody an email, you might land it in the spam folder. If you send them a LinkedIn message, they might not check their LinkedIn messages. Or maybe they just have too much. So what can you do? If you think that somebody is really the perfect person to reply to you, then try 2 channels. You can send them an email you can send them an email directly. You can send them a message on LinkedIn, and then maybe another email directly. just make sure not to reach out to a person more than 3 times. 3 times should be the maximum that you ping in a person. More than that, and you become a spammer. Reason number 8 that people might not reply to you are issues with the position itself. What could be those issues? Number 1, the position might not exist. Sometimes somebody might say hiring, but there is no position. Or perhaps there is an online position, but they are not recruiting for it now. So that could be an issue. Another issue is company policies. Some companies, I would say maybe most companies, encourage referrals. Some, maybe less. Maybe that person does not want to refer you because of internal company policies. Or, and that's common, if you come in from a previous company that person worked with, know that many people sign non-solicitation. It's a gray area, so many people prefer not to apply people that worked in their previous company. So if your emails and LinkedIn messages are getting ignored, don't get discouraged. There is logic to this madness. And by carefully thinking why you might be ignored, then you're able to do better and get that referral, which again can make a huge difference when you're applying for a position. If you find this video useful, please share it with others who might benefit. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much for joining me.